Hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you on Wednesday, August 2nd. Actually, I'll tell the truth. It's actually Thursday, August 3rd. We're a little late with this one, but quick video about some news that came up yesterday. You may have seen that the Dow Jones crossed 22,000. I particularly, in my own opinion, think that's kind of insane. Again, keep in mind that since the depths of the last market implosion back in 2008, we've basically tripled those levels since now. And in my opinion, the only thing that's really tripled is the amount of printed money. I continue to not believe that we've seen a real recovery. And in fact, again, as always, don't take my opinion for any of these. I'll just introduce a couple things to think about. And the easiest way to decide of whether this is a real recovery and perhaps somewhere that you should buy into strength, or if this is just, as I would assert, a money printed fueled junket. If the economy is really that much stronger, then why can't the low interest rates be undone? Why can't all of the extra money the Fed printed to load onto its balance sheet? And if I'm getting a little too technical for anyone, I know these are the jargon words they like to use on Wall Street, but it really is as simple as there were a bunch of crappy assets that no one else wanted to buy, so the Fed printed money to buy it. Under the guise of, we do this, somehow more printed money is going to resolve a crisis caused by too much printed money. And it was temporary, of course, right? Although, mine was back in 2008, 2009, so man, it doesn't seem so temporary. And even better yet, if you Google Ben Bernanke's classic op-ed, I put classic in there, that was my own insertion, although he wrote this whopper back in November of 2010, where he basically flat out stated that purpose of the QE was make conditions easier so people can borrow more money, boost up the stock market. So from that standpoint, that's exactly what he got. I suppose if that were the goal, it was successful. I don't know if that's a worthy goal to have, to see how high we can get the stock market with printed money. Again, can the stock market continue to go higher? Absolutely. The Fed could come out tomorrow and say, here's QE 5, 6, and 7. And the number that the stock market trades at will go higher. Does that mean that you're actually becoming wealthier? Are you gaining value? The downside to that is eventually the answer will be no, because you print enough money, and I'm sure you've seen the prices of things go quite a bit higher. I still long back to those days of being in 5th grade and going over to Joe's Pizza in Haworth, New Jersey, and getting a slice for $1. Whereas now I'm wondering when there's going to be a pizza shop that comes with financial aid if you need a topping on it. Again, certainly I'll be the first to acknowledge the degree of inflation that I've expected, and certainly a lot of the other free market guys have expected. Hasn't come yet, and I continue to feel like the main reason for that is a lot of these dollars are still being exported. Still sending, I guess China's slowed down buying treasuries, but it seems like the Japanese love to buy the U.S. paper, and God only knows where else all of it's really going. Although that's what happens, is that eventually at some point when some of these dollars start coming back, you hear a lot about foreigners coming in and buying basically anything that's not stapled down. So, which leaves people in a tricky spot, because you see the stock market rising, and obviously people want to make money and get in on that, and you can certainly understand that. But the problem is that it's an artificially fueled stock bubble, which, similar to what we saw with real estate yeah, everybody wanted to buy 5 houses in 2004, 2005, and it seemed great until it collapsed. And while it's tricky to know the timing, and certainly I don't think I'm alone in that one, it makes me feel a little better sometime that some of the smartest investors out there that I follow and read and learn from on a daily basis, there's somewhat of a consensus agreement that the bubble can go on longer than you would ever expect. The fact that some of these things are still happening 7, 8 years later is, again, based on everything I've seen in my career, is actually rather stunning. Yet that doesn't change that all of the fundamental factors would lead one, at least lead myself, can make your own decisions. We're not giving specific advice here. I'm just your friendly economist and entertainer. But the factors are in place just the same way. And again, let me put it like this. I miss the housing bubble, although one of those few rare moments of a few brain cells still helping me out was that I studied all the group of folks who had seen it in advance and wrote about it and were clear about it and knew what was happening before it happened. And again, if you look at folks like Eric Sprott or Peter Schiff or any of the Austrian school economists, eye-opening stuff. That's basically what we've been talking about here, informally. But all the same conditions exist now, some in different formats, some in the exact same manner. So if you're out there feeling, all right, I get it, all this makes sense, but I'm watching the market go up, I understand that. At the same time, hopefully what we can get across is that you don't, again, have to take my opinion for it, but if you look at the things that are happening and research some of the things I introduce, maybe you'll agree or not, but I think what you will find are some great similarities between what's happening now and what's happened leading up to the last two bubbles. Again, I think it's unfortunate that this is what our financial system has become. Big part of the reason why I left Wall Street when I did. I think it's a shame, yet I don't think we all have to be complete victims that get blindsided and caught out of left field. We can prepare for these things. Maybe not always the easiest thing to do, but hey, that's why you're watching, and that's why I'm here. So leave any questions you have below. And again, hope you're having a great day out there. Sorry we're a little late yesterday. Aiming to get you a video and keep you posted every weekday, especially when things do begin developing and a lot of these things we've talked about begin happening. I think there's going to be a lot of exciting action. So again, leave your comments and we will see you again actually later today with Thursday's video. Thanks for watching.